Today we're going to start building our 3D cactus sculpture. So last time we painted some stiff poster board or cardboard on both sides so that it sort of had some cactus colors and textures on it. You're going to get a worksheet today that has some different directions to help you build. It says cut on the dotted lines and trace onto cardboard. To build your cactus, cut a bottom notch and a top notch. Slide the two notches together to make the pieces stay. No glue needed. Wow. So here's the two pieces that we're going to cut out. Here's our bottom notch and here's our top notch. I already cut mine out so that you wouldn't have to wait on me doing that part. So I've cut my two notches and the two shapes. The next step is tracing them onto my poster board. So I am going to plan ahead and I'm going to try to get these to fit as close to the corners as possible. I don't want to put them in the middle because then I won't have room to put extra scraps on my cactus. If I put them over here, I'll have enough scraps left over that I can add more cactus pieces later on. So all you have to do is trace around your paper cutouts. And you can use a pencil, but I'm going to use a Sharpie so that you can see it better. So I'm just going to hold this down carefully and draw around it. If you don't get it perfect, that's okay. Okay, so there's that one. And then my notch is going to go right there. And then on this one, I put it really close to my first one. Trace around. And also trace my notch. Now the next step is to cut these pieces out. If you want to go ahead and cut out some other oval shapes to add other pieces to your cactus, that's fine. So let's see, I've probably got room up here to add a big oval. Got a lot of space over here. I don't have to use all these pieces if I don't want to, but it's going to be kind of fun to have some options when I build. All right, now I'm going to be using my scissors to start cutting. Now all my pieces are cut out. Don't forget to use your scissors to cut carefully on the top notch and the bottom notch. Those are really, really important. Okay, now that everything's cut out, it's time to read the next step of the directions. It looks like I'm going to be sliding the two notches together to create one cactus base. After that, I can cut more notches to add extra cactus pieces, just like the diagram shows me. So this part might take a little bit of problem solving, but basically what you do is you take your bottom notch and your top notch and you're going to kind of carefully work them together so that they slide into each other. Now the first part's kind of easy, getting it halfway, but to get it all the way up, you're going to have to work with it a little bit. And as you're working with it, be careful that you don't bend your cactus pieces, because if they get folds and bends in them, it's kind of hard to get them to be straight again. So just being careful, sliding them together, just like this. And it's even a little tricky for me sometimes. You got to use your muscles a little bit. I'm trying to get it all the way down to the bottom. And if you're getting a little bit stuck, I think mine is stuck. It might be that your notches aren't quite long enough. So I'm going to be a problem solver. and cut my notches a little bit longer, just like another 1/2 inch or so. Okay, now let's try again. There we go. If it's a little tricky, don't give up. You just try again. Cut your notches a little more, and eventually you're gonna get it. Now, if you've done it correctly, your cactus piece should stand up by itself if you work with it a little bit like that. Now for the fun part. Once you have the base built, you can add other cactus pieces on to the 4 corners of your base. But for this part, you're gonna have to be creative. You're gonna have to cut your own notches. So I know that I need a bottom notch and a top notch. So if I want to connect this big oval on right here, then I'm going to add one little cut here, one little notch. It's only about, 1 inch long. And then I'm going to add another little inch-long cut in my oval. And I'm going to slide these together the same way. 2 notches, push them together until they connect. There we go. And I'm just going to keep on cutting notches. And adding more pieces wherever I think my cactus needs to grow. You can add as many pieces as you want. There's no rule for how many you add. Now I have my cactus all built. I had to be a problem solver and I had to be patient. But now my cactus stands on its own, and it has a lot of ovals connected together. And I didn't have to use 1 drop of glue to make it stay. Be gentle as you are putting your pieces together, because if you're not gentle, your pieces can get bent, and that makes it harder to build with. Now the last step is the best part, in my opinion. We're going to add some scraps of tissue paper to create some cactus flowers. So what you're going to do is you are going to be cutting yourself some small squares of whatever color you want your cactus flower to be. Next, you are going to take a pencil and you're going to crinkle that square of paper around the end of your pencil or marker, whatever you have at your table. You will have pencils. Now, wherever I want my flower to go, I'm going to add 1 dot of glue. Maybe I want a flower right here. Then I'm going to take my pencil with the tissue paper still on, and I'm going to use my pencil to press the flower onto the glue dot and hold it on for 10 seconds. When you let go, your flower is in place. And it's 3-dimensional as well, just like your cactus. You can add as many flowers as you want to your cactus today. And when you're all done, we will carefully set it on our tables to dry. Also, don't forget to use a pencil to put your name somewhere on the bottom of your cactus. Very, very small in the corner.